All right. Welcome to the stream, everyone. As you can see, tonight's casual night. I am one of you. I look just like a normal person. We are doing a game that is very special to me, very near and dear to my heart. We're going to play The Legend of Dragoon. It is on an emulator on the computer, just for ease of use and whatnot. But I want to show you a few things first. So, here we have the actual game. The green screen is really messing with it right now. Might actually be better back here. But, so I don't know if you guys remember these old PlayStation 1 cases. Especially when there's more than one disc. But if we open it up here, got some nice art inside. And I've had this one for forever. I got it. It's when it became a greatest hit, obviously. This is actually green, but the green screen is like, taking it out. But yeah, I had the original black case version, but it got so scratched up because I was a kid that I had to buy a new one because I think the transition between disc 3 and 4 quit working. So yeah, we've got the instruction manual here. Basically perfect condition. I mean, look at that artwork. So nice. And that's what I love about these old instruction manuals. Like, look at this. We've even got, like, character bios, all that stuff. But yeah, here's a nice one. This is green. This is probably not going to work very well. Kind of. But, yeah, so you guys remember how these old things worked, where it's like, it's got all these discs in it, and then you would open up this one. You gotta be careful so these discs don't go flying everywhere. And so then you've got this here. And as you can see, this one is not staying where it's supposed to be. Man, talk about nostalgia. So let's pop that back in there. And we've got more artwork on this side. So that is the case in all 4 discs. Well, the 4th disc is in the computer right now, but yeah. And I love too, they even advertise the official strategy guide for the game on the back of it here, which I actually have in my bookshelf over there, but I'm not going to grab that right now. I just want to show off the actual like game itself first. So that's that. Then I'm going to be playing on the controller that I actually won from GameSpot, so thanks to them. It's a Razer Xbox One controller, I guess. I don't know. But, alright, let's see here. Let me get this pulled up, and it should be a seamless transmission, or whatever. Transition, that's the word I'm looking for. I hope. That's so loud. Yeah, thanks to Kurosama, very seamless. Except not at all. Alright, I don't know how loud that was. Hopefully that wasn't like crazy loud. Alright, let's try this again. Game capture. Oh, now it's working. Okay. Yes, okay, thanks. Alright. Man, my Rick and Morty shirt is like green screening out really bad. Are you kidding me? Alright, hold on. It's fine. Everything's fine. Don't worry. Okay, there we go. We have to watch the intro video. That was always one of my favorite quotes growing up, or even as a kid in school. Like, you know how you have those journals? I would always write on there, like, you are free to sever the chains of fate that bind you. Okay, well. Kurosama, can I get a yes or no on my audio? Like, how loud am I versus the game? Like, am I good, or should I turn it up? Turn me up, or the game? Turn me down. Game up. Game down. Okay. Alright, let's go right there. Alright. Okay, I'm talking over the game music once again. We'll see what the loudness is. Hopefully that's good. That is good, okay. Cool. Alright. Oh, thanks, J Guitar Rock. Yeah, I decided to change it up tonight. Empyreon was giving me so many issues. I got sick of it. I'm talking about issues on stream and off, so. Alright, I'm gonna be quiet so we can watch the video. Old PlayStation 1 graphics.
Great Commander, this way.
So, this is her. Indeed. Put her in custody. Is this really necessary?
It is His Majesty, Emperor Dole's command to take that girl into custody.
Who is she?
That is not your concern.
PS1 openings were the greatest back in the day. Yeah, they were so good. I remember it was so crazy, like going from Super Nintendo to seeing like these types of videos on a disc or any sort of game. Even like when they had like actual video. Like you remember Tony Hawk's Pro Skater? They had like actual video of skaters, skateboarders. It was crazy. So this is a very dialogue-heavy game. I don't know if I said at the very beginning of the stream when I was showing off this. I don't know if you saw that, J Guitar Rock, but I showed off the actual game and everything at the very beginning. But this is this one, Final Fantasy X, and then Ark, obviously, my 3 favorite games of all time. But this one especially, and so that's when I wanted to play this one on stream. And with this being so dialogue-heavy, I don't know if I should read everything that's on screen or just let people read it. But usually, I guess streamers read it, so I'll start out reading it, and we'll see how it goes. Resident Evil had the real actors in the opening scene. Man, so I've never actually played the original Resident Evil. Maybe that's one that we look at playing on here too. I will say I was messing around in Gran Turismo 2 earlier, because I also love that game. I remember growing up as a kid playing Gran Turismo 2 while like mom was making Thanksgiving dinner and stuff. It was, talk about nostalgia. Alright, the Green Tusked Dragon Fearbrand. Or Fairbrand. I'm not sure how you say it. I think it's Fairbrand. That one was a blast. Heck yeah. The graphics are still a little dated, but definitely really good for PlayStation 1. So here we are, Chapter 1, Disc 1 of 4. I think Disc 1 is the longest disc of all 4 as well. I don't have a whole lot of like texture filtering or shaders going on right now. I've got a little bit, but I didn't want to like distort the original look of these PS1 games too much, other than to like smooth them out just a little bit. Alright. Chance of war more likely. I hope it's just a rumor. I mean, I guess reading it out loud does give like assurance that people have enough time to actually read what it says, so, and we're not skipping through dialogue that people don't get to see. Who are you? You a mercenary of Basil? What are you doing? You drawing a sword against us? And the dragon. Actually, for little dialogue like that, I might just not read it out loud. I don't know. I gotta do something or I'll be killed. Yeah, here's where we run down the hill, away from Fairbrand. What's interesting too about this game, and a lot of games back then I guess, is you've got like the painted or drawn 2D background, and you've got 3D characters on top of that, so it's kind of complicated. Like in terms of rendering it, even in this emulator. Like you have to be careful with the settings, otherwise the 3D objects will have like blue lines around them and stuff. It's really weird. We are rescued by Rose. If you don't want to die. Love that one. The only thing about Resident Evil, the original one, J Guitar Rock, is like I know how the camera switching was always a big deal that people talked about. Like you'd be walking this way and all of a sudden the camera's over here. And I remember that old Adam Sessler skit. I was going to combining sketch and skit, but anyway, the old skit where Adam Sessler is like walking through a bathroom, and all of a sudden the camera changes and he just walks into the wall, you know, because it's like you're pressing up on the controller, then all of a sudden the camera switches, and then your controls switch, and that would get confusing. Especially now that we're spoiled with today's controls. Yeah, you remember that? Yeah. You'd probably be better at that than I am. But I still want to try it though. I tried the original Metal Gear Solid as well, but I couldn't get into it. It was too I don't know what the right word would be. Like trying to be stealthy, but in those kind of graphics in that situation. Alright, so here we're finding out that Celes is under attack. There won't be anything left by now. That man must be... No, there's no way. Dragoon spirit reacted. Love the original Metal Gear Solid on PS1. Have played every one of them. Yeah, I have not beaten the newest one, Metal Gear Solid 5, but I have started it twice now. Metal Gear Solid 4 was my favorite, probably. Where is everybody? You didn't get enough killing? Hee, it may be enough if I kill you. Such an evil guard. Kick a man while he's down. Oh, a mercenary. Isn't it a little late for you to show up? Shut up, what are you doing here? Can't you see we're gonna occupy this area? These worms were in our way. Occupy, were you sent by the Imperial Army? Even if we were, it's none of your business. You're gonna die soon. That's the other thing I love about Legend of Dragoon is the combat system. It's like Final Fantasy, but a bit more hands-on, I guess, with the addition system. So you got the classic attack, guard, items, and right now there is no escape. It's not a random encounter. Alright, so hopefully the timing isn't too bad. Nailed it. Double slash. Oh, I remember those fight scene cuts. Yeah. That's right, I've made you see, or played this game, or watched this game before at least. Gross on it. Yeah, the first time I ever played this game, I didn't know that there were more additions than just double slash. I played the entire game with all the basic attacks, like the very first edition, double slash. The nostalgia feels. I've pretty much mastered most of Dart's editions, sort of. But like, Crush Dance was always the best one. Because that's the one that gets you the most SP, which SP is the points that you use to transform into a Dragoon. But it also does a decent amount of damage too. But what's the... I think the very last one's Moonstrike, but that was so hard to do. It's like 12 additions, like hitting X 12 times at very specific intervals. Oh yes, I had to watch all of it. I think I've watched it twice now, I'm not sure. Oh wow. I'm impressed with myself. And you for actually watching. Thank you. Yes, it's me. Why Sully's under attack? War. Imperial Sandora attacked us. It's a loud car drives by in the background. Hopefully you can't hear that. What about the truce? Yeah, suddenly, I didn't imagine they could come to such an outlying area. If only I had come back sooner. Oh, I read that like the dying guy. Whoops. There's something you have to do. Shana. Rescue Shana. Only you can. Ugh, dead. What about Shana? Hey, wait! Solemn head shake. Alright, let's see what items we got over here. Let's see, I think it's circle to... No, still X. Burnout. Then we have our save points. This menu music. Let's save the data on our memory card. Poor Plos. Oh, he's alive. That voice, is that you, Dart? This way. It's just a light wound. I guess I was lucky. But look at this village. If only you'd come back earlier. Made a guilt trip, man. It's about Shana, too. What's wrong with Shana? She was taken away. It seems Shana was their primary purpose. Do you know where they went? I don't know. Is this Dark Souls? Yes, Dip Top, it's Dark Souls. PlayStation 1 edition. Wait, was Dark Souls on PS1? No, it wasn't. Was it? No. Besting in private is no reason to be confident. Where did you take Shana? Shana. Don't worry about her. She must be receiving the courtesies of Helena Prison by now. I used to think this commander guy was the guy from the cutscene, but I guess he's actually not. So... Helena. Yeah, because the other guy was the great commander. This is just a commander, so... Surprised, huh? We specifically invited only that woman. You must be kidding. You attacked the village only to kidnap Shana? Exactly, but don't worry. I will let you follow them. Although not to Helena. To hell. Classic. Telling you, best fight music too. He ran away. That's awfully cheeky of you. Ow. This does look really good though. Like, look at like Dart's armor and everything. I dig the tunes. Hell yeah, Dip Top. It's good stuff. So if I guard, I actually get a few HP back, and if he attacks me, it cuts the damage in half. So let's just do that real quick. 3, yeah. So Dart is like fire themed. So obviously fire's gonna hurt him less, but burnout still, it's not good.
Double slash.
Oh, my speed. I'm so fast I go twice.
Double slash.
Bye-bye. And the victory poses and everything. Level up. Oh, volcano already. Wonder if I should switch now. It was too early. I don't know. So that's the thing you gotta think about is like, if I start leveling up this edition now, is it gonna pay off more later than double slash would? Dart, you are going to rescue Shana, aren't you? I won't stop you, but be careful. Your journey is not over, is it? No. You could count on us about Sully's. There should be enough people who can still move. Thank you. When I settle everything, I'll be back. With Shana. You just rest against the burnt building for now. Alright, and that was the other nice thing about Legend of Dragoon 2 is like, unlike Final Fantasy games, this would tell you when you're close to an encounter. I don't think Final Fantasy would tell you that. Like, see the blue cursor above Dart? If I'm walking around in a wild area, it'll actually turn yellow when it's like close, and then red right when you're about to encounter one. So this guy right here is Dart's former teacher, or one of them. He taught him to use a sword. I'm not going to talk to him right now though, because I don't want to go through the tutorial mission. So we're just going to go right out. Because that guy, he basically just teaches you the basic mechanics of the game. Helena prison. Be good in there. Frugal. When I was a kid, I think I called him Frugal. But I think it's Frugal. Who the heck is the girl? You can tell me. The world's future rests on her. That's it? This is enough information for you. Those of you who do not grasp the value should just do what the order says. I'm not taking your orders, only His Majesty Dole can order me. Anyway, you must remember this. If you make a scratch on her, it'll cost more than your head. This is a message from Emperor Dole. Just casually kills a guard. Whatever. You could say that Frugal's not very frugal with his help. Camera take. Alright, so this is the world screen. You can encounter enemies here, but you can also save in this area too. So that's what we're gonna do. This being an emulator, you never know when it could crash or something could go wrong, something might not load. I love this music. Alright, let's try Volcano. It does a lot more damage already. Yeah, the SP is kind of low. But we won't get our Dragoon Spirit for a while anyway, so. Let's use a healing potion. Alright. And then replace would be like for when we get other party members, you can switch them out of your main three, your fighting three and whatnot, you know. Alright, here we go. Into the forest. Who's this guy? Merchant. I lost the squirrel. Oh well. In these troubled times, you have to protect yourself. What do you think? Want to buy something? It's a hell of a pitch, guy. Let's see what you've got. Alright. So body purifier, that pretty much clears up poison and whatnot. Kind of standard RPG stuff. Don't you want to know how to use the items? I can teach you that. No thanks, because we already know. See, that is another nice thing about this game. It kind of lets you skip the tutorial if you don't want to do that kind of stuff. So you see how it turned yellow now, so that means I'm like halfway to a random encounter. That was the other thing too, the first time I played this game I skipped some of the random encounters, and so my characters were super weak when it came time to fight the final boss. And back then I thought the game was pretty much unbeatable, because I just couldn't do it. But the next time I stopped running away from random encounters, and the boss seemed too easy. Almost. Well, I shouldn't say that, but it was, you know, it was a fair fight. It's fine. Trent, an assassin cock. Let's take on the assassin cock first. Volcano. Yeah. Nailed it. So you see the blue boxes kind of guide you on when exactly you need to hit the button. But with this being like a PlayStation 1 game back then, even like the input lag was a thing, and then like the screen lag was a thing, and all these considerations. But it's pretty much dead on. So when that happens, you have to hit circle instead of X. That means they're trying to counterattack whenever you see that pink flash pop up. But as I've told people off stream and whatnot, I've beat this game, I think 18 times now. And so if I was failing Volcano, then I should be ashamed of myself. The frustration of starting out to learn the timing, yeah. I can see how, for some people, that might be kind of a turn-off, actually. If they're used to Final Fantasy, where you just hit attack and it just happens and everything works for you. I don't know, I think this is the right way. Yeah, that was. I remember most everything from the game nowadays, but it is like a 35-hour game, so there are some things that I don't remember all the time. My memory is bad as it is. I have no time to deal with you, dog. Or dog thing, whatever that was. Flashback. Dart and Shana as children. Cut it out. Leave Shana alone. Hang in there. I'll get you out from there. You know, it's funny too, when this game first came out, it was called the Final Fantasy Killer. Like, this was Sony's answer to Final Fantasy. Only they had made a sequel, it could have been so good. I think there was a sequel plan too. They actually said that there was, but then they canceled it or whatever. Kind of like Mega Man Legends 3. There was supposed to be a third one. It got canceled. I'm still mad about it. Yes. That's another thing too. You know, at this point I'm kind of just doing Twitch for fun. And so I might do Mega Man Legends on stream as well. Because it's easy to run, no technical issues, and it's just really fun. It's one of my other favorite games from that era, or of all time, I guess. Before Final Fantasy, I actually played Super Mario RPG on Super NES, and you had to learn when to push the attack to get 2 hits and learn the time to dodge the attack. Oh wow, so that was actually kind of like this, in a way. I never actually played Super Mario RPG. I knew of its existence, and I was always kind of interested in it, but I haven't actually played it. Might need to download that one, like on my, like I get on the PC as well, but I don't know if I could stream it, because you know how Nintendo is with their stuff. They're extremely protective. Like even the modern games, they're iffy about streaming. I enjoyed it quite a bit, so it might be worth a visit. I could get it on my 3DS. I could just download it that way and play it. You think it's worth going back to, like, nowadays? Is it still something that you would invest time into? Like, if it were you? I'm currently still in the middle of playing Soul Silver, Pokemon Soul Silver. I think I'm almost to the Elite Four. I think it is. I would play it again. Okay. Yeah, I think I will download that. Ugh. I failed. It's the camera angle. I get used to one thing, and then if I switch the camera angle up, it all goes south. I don't even really pay attention to the blue boxes like I'm supposed to. I mostly watch, like, their sword, their weapon, see when it's about to connect, then I'll hit it. That kind of gives me a cue. Because I've got, I mean, I've told you guys before, but I've got the Super Nintendo controller that, like, has a USB plug-in, so I can use it with the Nintendo emulators. But again, I don't know if I can play that on stream or not. I'd have to look into it. Because it's like, it's not illegal to play an emulated game on stream as long as you have the actual game, like, or if it's sourced from the actual game that you own. And so that's why I make a point to show this. But that's the nice thing about this emulator too, is you can literally just pop the disc into your computer and play the disc itself too. You don't have to download the ISO for it. Though it doesn't hurt to have it back up. It's interesting how they did the water textures too. You see how, like, some's going this way and some's going this way, and they're like in little chunks. See. Good meat and fish. Sir Frugal will be happy. You bought a lot recently. Is there something going on? It's not the business of a merchant like you. Okay, sorry. I'll inspect the load. I failed this so many times at first because I had no idea. Like, I didn't realize there was a quick time event right there. What an amateur. I was an amateur 11-year-old playing this game. Lower the bridge. Actually, I think I might have been older than that. A little bit older than that. Because this game came out in 99, I think. That's crazy, too. It says on the back here... Damn noob. Yeah. 3 years in the making with a development team of over 100 members. So back when this came out, in 99, oh, it says 2001, copyright 2001, Sony Entertainment America. So back then, 100 members on a dev team, that had to be a lot, right? I mean, for today's standards, that would be quite a few even. But, I mean, nowadays it's easier for a person to make a game by themselves. Like, there are plenty of games on Steam that are made by one person, but still, like, 100 people? It's a lot of people working on one project. So my cursor's red here, and I think that's just because there are enemies, like, literally everywhere, and if they see you, then they sprint at you, and, you know. Who are you? I'm discovered. At the time, this was a huge undertaking. Yeah, I could believe it. That makes sense. I wasn't sure. I've never really looked into like the. I mean, some people, you know, they watch like video game documentaries and whatnot, especially about like older games, and I haven't seen enough to really make a good judgment on that. But I think you would probably be a little bit more knowledgeable about that than I am, because I know you have quite the appreciation for older games as well. So one attack got this guy halfway on health, so I'm just gonna do one more attack and... Oh, but I messed it up. I went to grab my glasses, I forgot I'm out of I'm out of uniform tonight. That wasn't good. Okay. Alright, let's end this. Trying to be tricksy. Yeah. Really, yeah, the graphics look really smooth with this, but it's just, they're so blocky, you know. I mean, that's just how they're gonna be. So, it's PlayStation 1. Help me, I'm just a delivery man. Be quiet, I'm not going to kill you. Okay, I won't make a noise. Thank you. Okay, so let's heal. Yes, just played through the Legend of Zelda first and second quest again. Played it on the Switch with the Virtual Console. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I've heard they're getting a lot more of the older games now on the Switch, which is a really nice thing. Because yeah, like, say that you had, let's use a couple of those. Completely recovered. Like some of those old Game Boy games, or like Game Boy Color games, getting those up on like the big screen with your Switch would be so nice. I don't know how it would look, like all stretched out and pixelated, but it sounds really cool. Pokemon the trading card game on Game Boy Color. They need to bring the N64 library over to Switch. Absolutely. I remember the first N64 game I ever played was at Walmart back when they had like the little TVs above the gaming section, you know, and they had the little N64 controller sticking out, and it was the Star Wars Pod Racer game. I think I've told you Guitar Rock that story before. I mean, it's not like it's some epic story or anything, but that was the first N64 game I've ever played. Like, looking at that controller, it's like, what the hell is this? And then the pod racing game that's already, like, the controls were kind of janky, but it was still fun. It is in development. Nice. So they are bringing the N64 library over. I wonder how they're going to work out the controls. I mean, I guess it would definitely be maybe simpler. I don't know. But yeah, I remember you telling me that. Yeah. So it's interesting now that they don't do that anymore. Let's, we're going up. Nothing to see here. The controls are an issue. Yeah, because like I don't know what the button count is on the N64 controller. Like, I don't know. Like, I've got the USB controller in the closet over there, and I still can't even remember, like, how many buttons they are and what. It's like a little spaceship. And I think we've talked about that on stream before, too, is, like, you turn it sideways for some games or something to hold it. Too many? Yeah, Jake Darrock, yeah. You have such bad luck, you will regret not being killed on the battlefield. What do you mean? You really believe... Oh, sorry, this bad guy. You really believe you can live comfortably in jail? The head warden Frugal will feed you to the monster. Feed us to the monster? I won't let you humiliate us anymore. Oh, feisty, feisty. It's the worst kind of POW, but the best kind of feed. If you want to kill me now. I won't let him. It's Lavitz. I use the GameCube controller with an adapter for N64. That's smart. Man, I love the GameCube controller. It felt so good. They do have a GameCube controller for Switch. That's awesome. So, you guys might shun me for this, but the first Zelda game I ever beat all the way through was Zelda Wind Waker on GameCube. That's what it's called, right? Wind Waker? Yeah. Yeah, that was the first Zelda game I played to completion. Like, I'd played Zelda on N64, or not N64, on Super Nintendo, I think. Yeah. But, like, the first one I played and beat, Blasphemy, yeah. I'm sorry, that's just what I did. I've yet to beat Wind Waker, yeah. Something, survive and go back to Indel's castle alive. Tell King Albert. I took care of those guys. Those are nice little fight animations outside of actual combat. Is this Civil War? Who are you? Are you a dog of Basil too? Who are you? No, we can't fight. I am Dart. I am not your enemy. I am Lavitz Lambert. I am the head of the first knighthood of the kingdom of Basil. Fun fact, I've used the name Lavitz for a D&D character before. Well, it seems we don't have time for introductions. Because Lavitz is a cool name, if you think about it. No, we don't. Also, when I was a kid, I used to call him Lavitz. I don't know why or where I got that. It's the long I. I don't know. Or short, it would be short I, wouldn't it? Lavitz. Whatever. Dip-Top, what was that Zelda game on N64 that you talked about? That was the Ocarina of Time, right? Because I always get Oracle of Seasons and Ocarina of Time mixed up. See, I'm not even saying it correctly. I'm gonna make you guys hate me in one night. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because I looked up some gameplay from that just to look at it, you know, just to see it. One's a Game Boy and the other's the N64 title. Well, that's kind of confusing. Or wait, no, you're saying that Ocarina of Seasons... Yeah, it is Ocarina of Seasons. That's the Game Boy one. And the other one's N64. Okay. So they had the Ocarina of Seasons, and then they had the Oracle of Time? I don't know. Oracle of Ages, that's what it was. Okay. And Seasons is Game Boy. Okay. So I watched an older British comedy series called Fawlty Towers, and the main character is played by John Cleese from the Monty Python movies, and his name was Basil. So every time I hear that name, I think of him. Nice. Oh, I messed it up again. Yeah, that's funny. Man, I need to watch something with John Cleese in it again. Maybe I'll check out Fawlty Towers. I just rewatched, speaking of older movies, Muppet Treasure Island. Like, I can't get my wife to watch it. She refuses. And even my kid doesn't want to watch it. But I freaking love that movie. It's so funny. And there's so much, like, adult comedy in it, even though it's rated G. like they have somebody get killed on screen, and like Gonzo is like, this is supposed to be a kid's movie. And of course they have Tim Curry in it, so you can't really go wrong with him. He makes everything like a million times better. I will carry out your wish. Oh, and Billy Connolly. Don't even let me skip over him. You said Dart? I cannot imagine there is somebody who intentionally comes to Helena. What are you up to? I am here to rescue someone important to me. Do you know anything about her? Her name is Shana. I'm sorry, but I'll look elsewhere. Wait. I'll go with you. I thought you had to go back to the castle as soon as possible. She's important, this girl you're looking for? It's my problem. It was my fault. I don't know what brought you here, but Helena is not that easy to go through alone. There's gonna be a lot of reading in this game, but that's fine. It's very story-driven too, I like that. That goes for me too. But I could break out from here together with you. Of course, with the girl. How come you trust me? We've just met. The raid you made was quite impressive. I trusted you to guard my back. That's the way I think. Alright, let's go together. And watch this. Lavitz is gonna like walk into Dart, like inside him. Bam, right there. Now we're a party now. It's funny, like when you have like 7 people all standing around and they all just walk into Dart and reform the party. So this is kind of a maze. I'm trying to remember how this goes. Oh, frick. Let's just fight. Whatever. We need the XP. Not supposed to run from random encounters. Need to practice my additions anyway. I prefer these additions to actual math additions any day. As I mess it up. Seem getting ahead of myself. Must focus. Lavitz's can get especially tough, because like some of them, they'll be like fast, fast, slow, fast, slow. Like, it's just a weird... I mean, darts are the same way, kind of, but... It's almost easier to like track a sword than the sword's movement to time the additions. Alright, I think we have to go back out. Yeah, and then we'll fight this guy. They wouldn't even let me move, so I couldn't get away from him if I wanted to. Speaking of Zelda, one last time here. The one thing I keep seeing from Zelda, like everywhere, every time I open up YouTube, is the Zelda I think it's called Skyward Sword remaster or remake or something. Like, I guess some people hated it, but then now they love it for some reason. I don't know what that's all about, but that's one I keep hearing about all the time. I don't even know what Skyward Sword was originally on. I think it was maybe the Wii? I don't know. I know the last Zelda game I owned is Twilight Princess. I think that's the newest one that I have. Again, didn't finish it because I am a noob who did not play enough Zelda. Motion controls piss people off. Oh, so that's... yeah. Because then you have to like adapt that to non-motion controls too, I guess. Okay, so I think this is her cell. So I have to go down here and get the key. Wii U? Oh, okay. Whoops. Okay, let's not go that way. Security's tight. Let's go up here. It's kind of impressive too, just looking at this layout on the screen here. Like, how they've got some set to be 2D and some is 3D. Like, you could tell, but at the same time, it's still, like, within the boundaries of what they would make. Kind of like an isometric game, I guess. With that half-painted background, half-3D background. The room is extra tightly guarded. And you can see this thing sparkling right here. Yeah, that's the key. What about this key? Man, so like, yeah, the first time I played this game, I spent so much time just wandering around here. Looking for the way to get into our cell. I almost gave up right here. Oh, that was the other thing too. So like the first time I ever had played this game was, and you guys might remember this, back when, you know, there was the PlayStation 1 and they had PlayStation Underground, and they would mail out these discs, or you could, I think you could buy them at certain, like, you know, pawn shops or whatever, but you would buy the disc at PlayStation Underground, and it has like 5 different demos on it from different games. And this was one of the demos on one of the discs. I think there was like this one, and there's like Cool Borders or something, and trying to remember some of the other demos that were on there. Those were cool though. Those were badass, yeah. I miss those times. You never see demos anymore. Like sometimes, but it's so rare. Alright, I guess we're fighting these guys. You're from Basil. Lavitz, get them before they make a noise. Oh, Jet Moto. Jet Moto was another demo on those. Or Jet Moto 2 or something. I think there was also like the Jersey Devil or something. I remember many of those. First played Crash Bandicoot on one of them. Nice. That must have been one of the really early ones too. It had Crash on there. Unless it was one of the Crash sequels. Actually, I think I had one that had Crash Bash on it. One of the games that everybody forgets about. You know, they just recently, I mean, I say recently, it was a couple years ago, they remade the Crash Bandicoot games. And they also made Crash Team Racing remake. But no Crash Bash. And that was like Crash Bandicoot's answer for Mario Party, essentially, if anyone's never played those before. But I used to kind of like those. Crash has a racing game I like a lot on PS. Or, I was going to say PSX, PlayStation, yeah. Yeah, Crash Team Racing was so good. I mean, it's obviously just like Sonic Racing or Mario Kart, but like I can still open up Mario Kart and like the original Mario Kart, like on Super Nintendo, and get so much enjoyment out of that game. Like, you guys remember like even like driving your cart over top of like the boards in the haunted level, like the ghost house haunted level, and you're driving your cart through there, and you hit those little bars things, and then you go boing, and you kind of pop up in the air. But just like the noise of the cart going over those tiles and everything, like the wood floor, like so, like I don't know, that just ingrains in your memory, like that noise, that sound. It's like satisfying in a way. We found her. Yes, it is me. I'm here to rescue you. Hurry up, the guard's coming. I'm here to rescue you. You haven't forgotten me, even though we haven't seen each other for 5 years. I always forget about that too. Dart was gone for 5 years before the game starts. Oh yeah, it was great. I also played a lot of Twisted Metal 2 at the time as well. Yeah. Twisted Metal 2 was always everybody's favorite. The first one I ever played was Twisted Metal 3, and so that was my favorite, but I think that's just because, like, you know, it's the first one that I played. But I went back and I played Twisted Metal 2 as well. That's what the newer one lacked, was the characters. Like, when they even got David Jaffe, the guy who originally created Twisted Metal and God of War, but they got him and they made the new Twisted Metal, but they only had 3 characters, like only 3 stories. Whereas like Twisted Metal through Twisted Metal 4 and Twisted Metal Black even on PlayStation 2, they had like an individual story for every single driver. Like that's what made the game so endearing. Well, I don't know if a game about, murdering people in cars is endearing, but you know what I'm trying to say here. Like, I love that game. I think Twisted Metal 1 was a little rough to get back into, though, because of the graphics. Like, it was, Vigilante 8 and Second Offense were my favorites. I have played them, but it was on an emulator. I never played the original, like, on my actual PlayStation 1. I always kind of wondered about that, because I remember getting the, like, PSN magazine. Like, you guys remember the PlayStation magazine? And, it wasn't the official PlayStation magazine, though I did get that later, but it was like PSN or PS Extreme. I don't know. It was an unofficial magazine, but I remember seeing the Vigilante 8 like ads in those magazines, like in the very back page or whatever. It always looks so cool. But the local store in town, I'm not sure they actually had that one. Like, that was back then too, when you used to rent video games at the local game store or movie store, like Blockbuster. Even though we didn't have a Blockbuster, we had like a tiny little shop ran by an older lady with carpeted floors. That there's always like that smell to it. Like, it was not an unpleasant smell. It was like a kind of a, I don't know. Everybody knows what Blockbuster smelled like. It was like that. It was like a Blockbuster, except more quaint. You could buy deer tags and rent Titanic all at the same shop. Or the same stop, sorry. Yeah, that's true. Yep. I mean, that's how it is nowadays, even. Like, the one family video that still exists here in this town, like, they're freaking selling, like, they're either selling CBD out of it, as well as renting movies, or they are selling cell phones, like some kind of off-brand weird cell phone, like, dual purpose. It's like a gas station with a KFC in it. Let's go, Shana. Follow me back. Dart, I'm 18 years old now. Time to fight with this random bow and arrow. She grew up, Dart. She was alone in such a hell-like place. If she was a regular woman, she wouldn't have been able to survive. Of course, there are not that many fools who would come here to save her. But the Shana of my memory hasn't changed a bit. Let's talk about that after we get out of here. Well, at least she's legal. Yes, everyone in this game is of legal age now. Does that mean Dart left when he was 15? Or wait, no, he's like 20 at the start of the game, I think. Still, though, it's pretty young to go out on an adventure. I mean, unless it's like anime or something, I guess. Say that again. Well, the knight from Basel broke out of jail. I'm sorry. I'm not talking about that rat after that. The girl from Selly's was taken by the red guy. What? What did you say? The girl was taken away by the guy with the red armor. And he's dead. You bastard. Don't let them out alive. I remember too, this was like being a kid, 12 years old or whatever, and seeing bad words on the screen. Oh man. Wait, I almost forgot the most important thing. Don't kill the girl. It's an order from His Majesty Dole. Aye, aye, sir. If you fail, I will behead all of you. The red one. I'll get you. I might as well dye everything else red with your blood. Frugal's a mean dude. Again, though, not frugal with his help. They're very expendable. Alright, this way? See, for the movement, I'm actually using the joystick too, which typically, I think at this point on PS1, I can't remember if they had joysticks yet or not. I think you had to use the D-pad and then like hold down circle to run or something. This place was such a maze too, like back when you were playing it. Years ago when it like first came out. Alright, let's go to the save, just to be on the safe side. And now you can see we have a full party of 3. Also, too, I mentioned earlier how hard it was for me the first time to beat this game. Because I ran away from random encounters, I didn't use any other additions, because I didn't really understand the system. And I also didn't use the armed tab, which is where you equip better armor. But you can see they have all the classic stats, you know, attack, defense, magic attack, magic defense, speed, all that stuff. Okay, here's up this way, I think. Oh, alright. Let's let Shana fight a little bit. Even though I'm going to replace her as soon as we get somebody else. Because she's a little bit on the weak side. With her having a bow and arrow, she doesn't get additions. It's just like she attacks and that's it. And she's definitely more healing oriented, so. Classic D&D layout character sheet. Yeah, it does remind me of that actually, now you say that. Maybe that's where my affinity for it originally started. Bam, there we go. That was pretty easy. Dispatch them quickly. I also like too, I think that was another thing that attracted me to this game, is that it uses like an actual like number system. Like it gives a more accurate descriptor for how much health each thing has. I mean, it doesn't tell you the enemy's health, obviously, in most cases. I think there's a special ability that allows it, or allows you to see it, but... So you wait till he turns around, then we jump and go. But rather than just, you know, a regular hack and slash game, which is fun in its own right, of course, but this one is like, it feels more adult, I guess. So you were the red one acting like a prince. Then what? There is one answer. You and the leader of the knights are feed for the pet. After I mince you up. Lavitz, is this the head warden? His name is Frugal. He is so bad, even the people of his own country are afraid of him. You have such a calm face. Or are you paralyzed from fear? You attacked Celes, didn't you? No, I just gave the order. Why'd you have Shana taken away? I don't know. Emperor Dole said to bring that girl back. The order was so trivial that I added the new one of annihilating Celes. Frugal, unforgivable. What's funny, spoiler alert, you fight him now, and he survives, and then you fight him again, but like toward the middle to end of the game. So it's like you're way stronger, but somehow he's magically way stronger as well. Alright, let's see here. Now Shana's gonna attack with her bow and arrow. 5 damage. Now let's have Lavitz do the same thing. 7 damage. Okay, well that's not that much more. I guess the separation's not that huge after all. Oh, damn it, I messed it up. And you don't level up your addition unless you successfully complete it. Like you have to do the addition all the way through, otherwise it doesn't count toward actually doing it, and the addition doesn't get any stronger. So, when you fail, you truly fail. J-Guitar Rock, are you still DMing? How's that going? Not gonna mess it up this time. Patience. I think I was just getting too ahead of myself. The box actually flashes blue inside it if you're too early, and it'll flash gray if you're too late. And obviously white is perfect, so. Tut, such a wimp. Uh-oh. Bringing out the bigger guards now. Senior Warden. Some of these attack animations are kind of vicious. And I love this game. Just like all the aesthetics about it. Finally. I even love Dart's voice sometimes. Sometimes it gets a little weird though, like in certain cutscenes. I wonder, I need to look up the voice actor. If they even give him any credit. Oh yeah, still going. Almost killed the whole party 2 weeks ago. They decided to take on a demon that was summoned. Oh no. Oh, if it's a total party kill, that's just what happens, you know. How'd they get out of it? Did like one guy survive and just like healed the others or something? I need to look up that one channel. It's like D&D stories or something on YouTube. Where he animates them and they're all goofy and funny. Oh, that was a ton of damage. Okay, so I have to remember that. Whenever we're about to beat these guys, like the wardens, they throw that burnout, or whatever that attack was called. So we need to have the other two party members guard, so they take half damage. Especially Lavitz, who's susceptible to fire. Sort of thing about this game, you have to take into account the elements. 2 damage? Ah. Okay, we're all in the yellow right now, so we're all like halfway on health. We're under half, obviously, with Lavitz. 3 damage. Oh, because he used that power up, that's why he's still blue. Still really good on health. Not even halfway. There's yellow. Okay, so he might be in the red after this. At like a quarter health. I'm gonna have everybody start guarding now. Try and get some HP back. That was the thing I like about this game, is getting HP for guarding. Some do, some games do, some don't. Like guarding in, and he's still... Okay, 10 HP. Fine. It's all based off their total health too, whatever HP they get for guarding. Like I've had times where I ran out of health potions completely. I just kept guarding over and over and over, and then finally built my health back up and survived and won the battle. Because yeah, whenever you guard, for anybody who didn't hear it earlier, you only take half damage what you normally would from their attack. Yeah, we're making up some ground now. Oh, miss. I was lucky. Let's go ahead and attack this guy. I'm also playing this game on mobile, just in, you know, like right before I go to bed or whatever, just to kind of unwind, called Knights of Pen and Paper. And that one's kind of fun. It's very D&D based. But like when you guard in that game, nope, he's doing it now. Yeah, that wasn't too bad. But like you guard in that game, and it just means the enemy doesn't attack you. It doesn't actually like heal you or anything like that. Only level 5 character. Basically, they made sure Enraged kept distance and kept the healer alive. In the end, all went down but 1. Oh no. When they defeated the demon, he exploded and did over 4... Oh. I thought that said 4d6. I see that's 40d6. That's real? That's not a typo? 40d6 damage in a 60-foot radius, and 1 made the save. Only 1 took half damage and was raging, so half of that damage. Wow, that is insane. Yep, okay. Yeah, that's crazy. Can't even imagine. 40d6. Let's just... That's the other thing, too. You can use a healing potion on any party member. Like, it doesn't have to be the one who uses it, you know? Let's use it on Dart. I prefer him to attack more, because I'll probably also switch out Lavitz eventually. Even though for story purposes I really should probably keep him as one of my 3 main, but as a character I'm just not, or like, well, I don't want to spoil anything for anybody who doesn't know. You might be watching this on, you know, delay or video on demand, but Lavitz doesn't stay himself for the entire game. Frugal is kind of ugly when you get up close. Best part, one got up and said, I want to check the body. I'm sorry, nobody left, just a crater. Yeah. Yeah, if you explode, probably not much left. It would be funny though if like gold coins just went everywhere. He explodes and just piggy bank bursts. My problem with that like Knights of Pen and Paper game is there's always like dungeons are super hard, but you'll go through a dungeon and the game will be like, okay, you enter a dungeon and you find a flask of liquid on a shelf. Do you drink it? And then it's just a yes or no. And if you say no, you don't get to find out anything else about it. You just move on. But if you drink it, it could like, you know, heal you or give you something really good, or it could just straight up damage you and possibly kill you. It doesn't really give you the option for like an investigation check or anything like that. And of course, in real life, I'm actually taking a break from my D&D group. I'm so freaking busy with everything lately. I've literally, like, at least one night a week for the past 3 weeks so far of college. At least one night a week I'm doing math work until practically midnight. You know, up to the day it's due. And math is like one of my least favorite things in the world. I'm just gonna keep attacking because he's so low. Then again, maybe I should have had her guard. Yeah, she's only got 24 health, and normally when he hits her, it's 26 damage. So that was not smart. I should probably have her guard. Oh good, okay. He didn't attack her. Also, the first time I played this game, I did not realize what the Phoenix Down did. Which that is, you know, when your party member dies or faints, it brings them back. So I was trying to beat every single boss in the entire game without ever bringing any characters back who had gotten knocked out. Nice. Is he immortal? Let's get out of here, Shana. Get on the horse, hurry. Bastard. Keep them from going even if it costs you your life. Raise the bridge, jailbreak. Ramping the horse type creature. I don't know if that's supposed to be a regular horse or not. It sounds like a horse, but Bring her back, hero. You will be dead. You, when did you sneak in? Should we tell this to His Majesty Dole? Wait, I'll bring back the girl. Otherwise, you would be dead by now. You go too, bastard. It doesn't matter. Everything is going just as I planned. Yes. They don't know they are in the palm of my hand. Alright, so we're south of Serdio. We go this, not that way. Yeah, sometimes the controls, especially with the joystick, don't go as I intended. What is this thing? Berserk mouse. Alright. Okay, so let's go back here. Alright, let's use the D-pad. Come on, there we go. Alright, well at least we made the turn. That's what matters. These things. Crescent B. Yeah, I should probably heal up the characters. That's not what I wanted. Please don't go down. Oh, thank goodness. It's almost dead. I'm just gonna finish it. Oh, no. Alright, come on, Lavitz. Nice. I mean, sometimes you can go into these random battles and just have your characters guard over and over and over. And heal them up all the way without even actually, you know, using any potions or anything like that. Saves money. Alright, let's save here. Alright, we're gonna go in here, go through this next little scene, and then we'll probably call it a night for the stream. But I will be back online tomorrow night, and we will continue for anyone who wants to watch. We will be continuing along here toward getting our Dragoon spirits. Lavitz, can you keep going? Hell yeah, J-Guitar Rock. I'm excited about this game. I'm ready to get back into it. And I was talking off stream too about, like, I was kind of nervous to play this on stream because this is such a, like, personal game. Like, I hold it so close to the vest, you know, but I want other people to see it. And obviously you probably beat the game before yourself, so. But yeah, this one, huge part of my, I don't really know if it's childhood, but growing up anyway. Treat it later, gotta run first. Dart and Shana really have this whole will they won't they thing going on. Here they come. Haven't played it in years, yeah. This will be a good little walk down memory lane for you as well, hopefully. Man, do you remember the part, beat it twice? Nice. You remember the part where we go on the ghost ship later on? It's so cool. The Queen Fury and all that too. There they are. Women first, then we might spare those people in Basel. It's just a mouse. Is this the fugitive? Don't be silly. Go look over there. Fugitive mouse. That's some of my favorite scenes on the ghost ship. Yeah. And that story itself too, like the way it plays into the main story, but also is kind of like its own self-contained thing. Oh, that's right. We can go down here and yeah. So this part of the game is actually the demo part. Like this is the part that you play on the PlayStation Underground demo disc. Tut, such a trifle wound. Does it still hurt? A little bit. I learned first aid. I thought it would be useful, particularly in times like these. But horror guy, so go figure. Yeah. That scene, it was kind of creepy. I mean, that whole experience. Mr. So-and-so might come back injured at any moment. Let's use the shack over there. All right. Oh, no. One more random encounter before healing. Because what you get in the shack, you can actually just heal up your guys all the way. Of course, there's 3 enemies. Alright, well. I was afraid she was going to go down right there. Lavitz is good. He can attack. We can get rid of one of these guys off the bat. Oh, nope. Alright, let's guard. Same with dart. Jeez, 16? Are you kidding me? He's gonna go down. Oh. Please go after Lavitz. Oh, okay. 4 health. Alright, fine. Fine. I didn't want to waste a healing potion, but fine. Alright, I'm just gonna have Shana and Lavitz guard, and then I'll have Dart do the attacking for right now. Vampire Kiwi. Nice. Getting this volcano thing down after all. It's the equivalent of Pokemon's leech life. Jeez. Alright, let's just have Lavitz attack, otherwise we're not gonna get anywhere in this. Yeah, there we go. We destroyed a little bat thing. Mosquito bat thing, whatever it is. I think it almost looks like a Digimon, if I'm being honest. Nice. I was a little iffy on that addition. I was not expecting the counter attempt. Nope. Stick to the plan. Have regard. And that's why. Okay. Well, I could have every time. I could just have Lavitz attack and finish this guy off. Yeah, let's do that. Instead of risking him doing the leech life thing again, or the blood-sucking thing again, and then dragging this battle out even longer. You see his head right there. I remember playing this like back on PS1 in the day, and like being on an old tube TV, you know, sitting, you know, like a good 10 feet away from the TV or whatever, or 6 feet, I don't know, however distance people normally sit from a TV. I used to think this guy was wearing a bandana, this little mole thing. I used to think he had a bandana on his head. The weird things that you perceive in childhood or young adulthood. Yay, we got up in level to Shana. Spinning Cane, new edition. I don't think I'm going to attempt that. Maybe I will. I don't know. I don't think it's worth it, though. Alright, rest, please. Here you go. Thanks, it's much better now. It seems we completely lost those fools from Helena. Look at the cinematography on this, too, like the downward shot from up above, behind some debris, or nets, or whatever. Dart, tell me about these last 5 years. It's okay, never mind. We don't have time for this now. It was a journey for revenge. It was a journey to find the guy who deprived me of something precious and kill him. I couldn't tell you, Shana. That's why I left by myself. The Black Monster. I only know the name. Nobody would tell me more about it because they said I was still too young. What is the Black Monster? What are you talking about? I have 2 homes. One is Selly's, where I spend time with Shana. And the other is where I spent my time with my parents. My first home, which was taken from me by the Black Monster. Oh, see, I'm filling in words now instead of reading. Which was taken from me by the monster 18 years ago. Neat. Years ago. So Dart would have been like 2 or 3 probably. It was when I was 5 years old. Oh, so he's... it was when I was 5 years old. Neat was assaulted by the Black Monster. I was gonna look up the character bio. Like, look at this. I mean, I'm on a small screen right now, so you probably can't see it very well, but... character art. Let's see. Oh, it doesn't show Dart's age. Never mind. Dang it. But 18 plus 5, whatever that is. 23. Dart's 23. Present day. I'm so good at math. You can tell how good I must be in college math, for sure. I don't even remember my multiplication table, if that tells you anything. But my father returned to the village. And my mother followed my father to the village to help everybody. But that's where the Black Monster was waiting. I was left alone, shivering, and waited for dawn. The sun revealed a foreign landscape. It was a completely transformed Neat. And I found this. What I found on the ground was only this. It's a memento. The only thing my father carried around all the time. Dart, it's okay, I understand. Shana, I'm sorry. I didn't tell you. It's okay, I knew you would tell me someday. Don't say any more. So, you just came back from a journey to bring closure to the past. I'm still not there yet. You said Neat. It doesn't seem to be a village in this country. It was located farther north from here. I guess nobody even remembers its name anymore. I love this music too. This music is always like when some serious shit's about to happen. Like, it really kicks in. Lavitz, tell me, what is going on in this country? Currently, our Kingdom of Basil is at war with the Imperial Sandora. The war is spread all over Serdio. Why was the truce broken? Because of the dragon. The legendary monster added weight to Sandora and broke the balance of power. Then Emperor Dole started to be more aggressive. Dragon? No way such a thing can be used in war. I think I just combined two sentences, whatever. You know something about it? I was swooped down on by a dragon before I entered Celes. I was overwhelmed. There was no way to escape from it. I was saved by a passing warrior. That's why I'm still alive. The dragon is advancing faster than I thought. We must do something, or it'll be too late. You mean more casualties? Yeah, it's a war. Anyway, I have to go back to Endel's castle in Bale. There are so many things I have to report to King Albert. You know what, Dart? You guys should come along with me. Minister Noish might know something about the Black Monster. I love Minister Noish. He's a good character. I see they're a royalty with a long history. I might be able to find out something new. It's a done deal. Lavitz, don't take chances. You are not completely well. You'll make a good wife one day. Thanks. Let's go. Okay, so let's take a break. And that is the universal healing noise. There's no save area in here, is there? Alright, well, we'll get through this one part here. So let's see, there's the river and tree. So I think we have to see the river first and realize we can't cross it. And then we go up to look at the tree. It seems too far to jump over. This is a nice little scene too, like the river and everything, the animation. And when I say nice scene, I mean like nice for PlayStation 1. But I mean the art itself is pretty nice looking anyway. I mean they still make pixel games even today that look like this, so. Sometimes without the painted background. That is kind of a, as I mess up the edition, that is kind of a weird niche, is where you make pixel games, like you purposely make them look like that. But I guess it is capitalizing on a demographic. People who like those sort of things. Power upgrade. You know what? Let's use Burnout. Oh, I'm wasting it, but whatever. This is where you have to tap X really fast, and that makes it more powerful. Oh yeah, that mantis has no idea what just hit him. That wasn't as much as I expected, but whatever. And we missed. Are you kidding me? Maybe I should use a burnout on the bee. Great. Whenever they use an ability like that, it always does way more damage than it would have otherwise. With a normal attack. But luckily they used a wind or earth attack on Lavitz. Because Lavitz's element is wind or earth. And that's what happens if you fail a counter. You get knocked back and it hurts you too. I totally did that on purpose just to show the stream like what that looks like. Definitely was not me messing up. Okay, so now we're gonna run down here. Around the horse thing. Up here. to look at this tree. Almost falling. Wait, if we carry this to the river, it can be a bridge. The blade won't last with this. Okay, so now we run back down to the shack to get the axe that was hanging in the shack. This is a pretty well-worn axe. I get it. We can knock down the tree. We can knock down the tree on the cliff using this. Sometimes the translations in this game get kind of wonky, but for the most part, it's pretty good. I don't think that was a wonky translation, but I just didn't word it how I expected it. Alright, so once we go up there, chop down the tree, then we'll be able to cross the river, leave this little grasslands area, and we'll be at a save point. And that's where we'll call the stream. Let's use another burnout. Just to use them up. I could have sold these and probably got more value from that way. But wonder if I could set a macro on this controller and like get, you know, a crazy burnout or crazy, you know, any item like that. Where you have to tap X a bunch. That might be, I mean, that's cheating though, kind of, so. Which I am running no cheats on this game, by the way. I totally could, but I'm not going to. I also don't want to risk corrupting the save files either. I remember, I don't know if you guys ever had like Game Shark on PlayStation 1, where you like plug it into the back left corner of the console, and you could put cheats in your game through Game Shark. But I used to have the Game Shark, and I would use the Legend of Dragoon cheats eventually. Not the first or second playthrough, but the one cheat I always would do was the one that would let you save anywhere. Like, you didn't have to be under a save point. It may work as a bridge. Could be worth trying. Let's do it. And it's gone. Have to think about another way. Curses. Oh, I will be, though, toward the end of this month and next month, I'm going to do some more horror games. I have the one horror game that I can never remember the name of, but I own it on Steam, and I'm going to play that. It's supposedly the scariest game on Steam, so if anybody's still with me at that point, and we play that, that should be an interesting treat. Yeah, J-Guitar Rock, I think you'll like that one a lot. I've never played it before, so when I freak out, it's going to be the real deal. It's not going to be me pretending to be scared or anything. And then, of course, I'll do more Phasmophobia. You guys know how good I am at that game. That item's not worth it. I think it's like a burnout in that box. It's not a random thing. It's pretty much set. And when I say you guys know how good I am at Phasmophobia, I mean not very. See, when the camera's like this, that makes it really tough for me. But I got lucky that time. Alright, so we're gonna run over the horizon. Brave Sir Darkon Vale, Brave Sir Darkon Vale ran away. Yeah, listen, that was all a strategy. I almost, if I hadn't ran away, I would have gotten got, as they say. Gonna get got, and that was me. The Grudge Girl, the, whatever it was, I don't even know, Banshee. It's a bad deal, but I will be returning to that in the spirit of Halloween and fall in general, which I love. So, but yeah, that's gonna be it for tonight. Let's switch over because I love this music more. Yeah. There is a little bit of like weird tearing, like you see in the I can't see myself where I'm pointing, but like in the black in the very middle of the screen, like that black line right by Lavitz's face, that shouldn't be there. Nor should the one under Dart's chin. So I don't know. I think that's part of the texture filtering I've got turned on, but it's not bad. It's just in the menu anyway. So I don't know. Some people run shaders on these too, like shaders to make the game look better, allegedly. But I'd have to mess around with it some more. It's all personal preference, really. But I think it looks pretty solid as it is. And I don't want to mess it up either. So, but anyway, that's it for tonight. I will be back on tomorrow night, probably around 9:30 or 10, same time. And yeah, this was pretty fun. I really enjoyed this, so hopefully you guys did too. And yeah, thanks for stopping by, J Guitar Rock and Dip Top and whoever else may have stopped in. But yeah, J Guitar Rock will be back tomorrow night for sure. Thanks for hanging out. And yeah, we'll see you guys next time.